We sometimes think, deep divers, that self-love looks like this. Just smiling all the time and being happy all the time and feeling amazing all the time, 24/7, like you have no problems whatsoever. We often think that self-love is like showing the world how perfect our life is on social media. No, deep divers, loving yourself isn't this. Loving yourself is this. When you're really sad sometimes, loving yourself is this. When you're really frustrated and angry sometimes. Loving yourself is when you're depressed at times, when you're full of anxiety. And you're like, I'm okay with this. I accept how I feel right now, even though other people may not like it. You see, loving yourself is when, as soon as you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror, deep divers, and your hair's all scruffy all over the place, and you're like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Loving yourself is not only when you praise your highlights. It is when you come to accept your shadows as well. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the mysterious art gallery. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Sending you tons of good ass energy today, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. Do you love yourself? Yes, I do, Ralph. Why? Because, I've got so many selfies of myself, Ralph. Okay. Loving yourself isn't this. I was chilling on the Instagram live and a wonderful lady called in. She's like, Ralph, how can I not only say I love myself, but how can I actually love myself through my actions? You see, loving yourself has been so misunderstood by so many people. And I'm going to share with you another side to loving yourself that will empower you, that will free you, that will really get to love you. You will really get to love not only you, but you, the whole of you, deep divers. Even the cat down the road is excited right now. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful, deep divers. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey when it comes to loving myself, okay? How I love myself right now. Growing up, I was told that if you want to love yourself, you have to be always at your best, okay? You have to always feel good. You have to always feel happy. Your life has to be in perfect order. Then I started to realize that even though sometimes I might have appeared to have it all in working order in the eyes of other people, but inside, I felt like I didn't love myself. I felt incomplete. And this is what's happening to so many people, even on social media. You're showing the whole world how perfect your life is, but you know that it's not that perfect behind the scenes. You didn't even make your bed today, okay? Your life is a mess. And a lot of us were like, no, 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 it's not. We live in denial, okay? I started to realize this, that loving yourself is about being vulnerable. Loving yourself is about being vulnerable. It's when you say, actually, my life is not perfect. I've got a lot of problems right now. It's about when you are authentic with yourself. It's when you're real with yourself. It's when you're not fooling yourself. It's when you're not pretending. It's when you are accepting. Deep divers, go to the place where you find your greatest power. This is how I love myself every single day. I'm living life on my terms. Deep divers, I wake up, do a little samba, baby. I'm in the heart of nature every single day. I'm in beautiful art galleries every single day. I'm in environments. I am in environments that empower me. It's very hard to love yourself when you are in a place that is making you unhappy. A lot of people don't like their jobs, for example. They go there, they complain, then they leave, then they're like, oh, I'm going to start loving myself. No, to love yourself, you must realize that everything is connected. So I always say, if you want to love yourself, go to the place where you find your greatest power. For me, that's skating, that's doing yoga, that's making sure I'm in nature, planting my feet every single day. Now I'm loving myself because I feel empowered. Now, I want to remind you of this. Protect your peace. I want to remind you of this. Don't ruin your real life for this fake life. Oh my God. Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. Don't ruin this real life for this fake life on social media and elsewhere. And that's what a lot of people are doing. That's why they don't love themselves. As soon as they wake up, what do? They check their phone, they go on the gram, then they start comparing themselves to other people. Comparison is the greatest thief of joy. Do you know what I do as soon as I wake up, deep divers? I just, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Then I go for a long walk, do some skating, do some yoga. I spend time with me. This is what self-love is all about. Creating a better relationship with yourself, not with other people all the time. Because a lot of people, they only do it for the gram. A lot of people live their entire lives just trying to impress other people. And guess what? It's never good enough, because every single day people change the way they feel about you. You can never win. So you have to start liking and loving who you really are. Deep divers, loving yourself isn't this. It's not when you love you conditionally. Let me give you an example. A lot of people love themselves when they go to the hairdresser. Ladies, fellas, okay, you got a nice, fresh haircut. You look fantastic, and now you love yourself. But before that point, I don't love myself, Ralph, because look at my hair, it's all over the place. A lot of people love based on conditions. When I'm in a relationship, I love myself because I'm wanted. When I'm not in a relationship, nobody wants me. I don't love myself. When I have lots of money, oh, I love myself. When I don't have any money, oh, I don't love myself. I'm a no good for nothing person. So to love yourself, we have to love ourselves unconditionally, which means we have to throw away those conditions. Oh, baby. We have to love the whole of us. That includes our flaws. That includes our imperfections. Can you do that? Are you ready to accept your imperfections? That's what loving yourself is all about. Now, it is hard for a lot of women to love themselves. It's hard for a lot of men to love themselves. Women have an issue of always being shown other women's bodies on social media. You go on the gram, you see another woman, you look at her body and think, oh my gosh, her body is so much more in shape than mine is. I feel bad about myself. I feel bad about myself. Look at her makeup. Look at her face. It looks so glamorous. Then you come to find out that she doesn't even look like that. So a lot of us, we are striving for an unattainable goal. And this is why a lot of us don't love ourselves. We're chasing illusions. We're not chasing what is real, which is who we really are authentically. So I started to realize this, and it happens with men. A lot of men think, hey, if I don't have the business, it's not good enough. I don't love myself. I don't love myself, okay? If I'm not an entrepreneur and making lots of money, I'm worthless. Loving yourself is about when you begin to live the unedited, no makeup, unfiltered life. And you begin to accept that it's okay to do that. I only do these videos in one take, deep divers. Whatever I say stays in the video. It is complete acceptance. This is what helps me to love myself. If you are always trying to edit your life, always try to apply the filters to your life, you are only accepting one part of yourself. And this is why a lot of people do not love themselves, because they only love the best part of themselves. They don't love the worst part of themselves. You see, loving yourself isn't that. Loving yourself is when you accept the best of yourself, but also the worst of yourself. In other words, you begin to accept your shadow. Your shadows, okay? You begin to be vulnerable with your imperfections and say, actually, I got a really big toe. Actually, I've got a massive birthmark on my face and I'm not going to cover it up anymore. I'm going to show it to the world. That's what self-love is. Do you know I'm dealing with acne? That's what self-love is. It's when you show the world the not so glamorous part of yourself. Are you willing to do that? So, a challenge I have for you ladies: wear no makeup for 1 month. That's what self-love is. Now, on the Instagram, Deep Divers, she asked a great question. How can I bring that outer feeling to the inner feeling, okay? Because when we say, I love me, it's when we often look fantastic on the outside, okay? How can we bring that feeling to the inside? And how we do this, Deep Divers, is to stop identifying solely with this physical body. We are so much more than this shell. It's beautiful. I love my body, but I know that I am the primordial energy inside it. So I'm not just this body. Therefore, I don't base my whole life around my body. This is how I love myself. I love the layers of who I am. I love the intricacies of who I am. I love the complexity of who I am. I love the small print of who I am. This is how we love ourselves. We have to love our bodies. We have to love our soul. We have to love our heart. We have to love our mind. We have to love everything about ourselves, even what we can't see. When it comes to loving myself, deep divers, I share with you. A lot of people say, Ralph, I'm your fan. I don't have any fans, deep divers. I've only got family. Oh my God. Slow motion this side. This is how to love yourself. Spend time with people who accept you for you, who don't want you to change every single 5 minutes, who don't judge you based on your appearance, but they judge you based on your spirit. This is how we love ourselves. You see, sometimes people are only around us because we look a certain way. And therefore, we have to keep up appearances. This is not what self-love is. Self-love is when you choose to surround yourself with people who accept you, the raw you, the whole you, the authentic you. Deep divers, loving yourself isn't this. Waking up, as soon as you wake up, you go on the gram, you look for approval. You wait to be validated by other people. That's not what self-love is. I've been there, deep divers. I used to say, are you not entertained? And the cat down the road would say, no, Ralph, and I would feel bad. Real bad, deep divers. Now, how I love myself is to find my own approval before I look for anyone else's. Oh, baby, I find and I approve myself before I look for anybody else's approval. Your value is internal. You must always remember this. This is how you love yourself. Stop seeking external validation. Now, when I say that you have to just love the raw you, it doesn't mean that you have to let yourself go. You can still take care of yourself. That's a part of self-love. That's what I do. 7-day vegan challenge. I just bought a delicious pineapple, deep divers. Okay, I love pineapple, full of vitamins, minerals, and also bromelain. 500 times more powerful than cough syrup. That's why I'm not coughing on you, deep divers. Don't worry about it. That's what self-love is. It's when you make sure you are eating to live. You are appreciating this temple you have, which is your body, so you can attend service every single day and say, thank you, universe. You've made your body an altar. That's what self-love is. Not a garbage can, okay? Now, when I talk of self-love, deep divers, when I talk of loving yourself, why is it so hard for a lot of people to love themselves? Because a lot of people are holding back. That's why they don't love themselves. Let me give you an example. I speak about everything and anything under the sun. And sometimes it's scary, deep divers, because I'm like, oh my gosh, at first, what are they going to think? Okay. But I say it anyway. And every time I say something that scares me, I begin to love myself even more. A lot of people would love to say what I'm saying on YouTube, talking about the fifth dimension and bringing down the cabal and all of these things, but they're like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to say that. Loving yourself is when you speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Loving yourself is about speaking your truth. It's about doing it for you and not for them. Some people may be annoyed with what you have to say, but you say it anyway because you are honoring how you feel at that time. And you say, it's okay, it's enough, I'm good enough. I can say this because it's my true expression. So if you really want to love yourself, deep divers, start speaking your heart and mind, even if it's not popular. And become your best friend. Because people will leave you. They will desert you. You're going to be on your own, Jojo. So it's up to you to say, hey, I'm my best friend. I am my best friend. Deep divers, loving yourself is also about speaking what you want into existence. I always say, I am amazing. I am loved. I am flawed. I am working on myself. Now, I was doing the live and a woman said, Ralph, I would love to do what you're doing, but I have no followers. I have nobody. Nobody's interested in me, Ralph. Nobody cares. And I'm like, hey, change what you're speaking. Change how you're speaking. Change the words that are coming out of your mouth to something like this. I'm in the process of growing my audience. That's how to love yourself. Watch the words that are coming out of your mouth. Words are spells. So always make sure you can speak what you truly want into existence by realizing everything you say is a potential reality waiting to happen. So speak of yourself highly. Deep divers, and also honestly. Be honest with yourself. That's what self-love is. You don't have to show the world how perfect your life is. You didn't come here to be You did not come here to be perfect, deep divers. You came here to be real. I'm no saint, deep divers. Right? Neither is the cat down the road. And that's okay. Neither are you as well. Deep divers, loving yourself isn't this, okay? It is not trying to convince other people that you are someone you aren't. So you don't have to flex. You can be yourself unapologetically without flexing, and you can still win. I'm winning every single day because I'm showing people you can just be you and still manifest everything you want. That's what self-love is. It's when you strip away the layers of who society told you you were. It's when you strip away the layers of who people told you you were, and now you will find who you really are, and that's who you have to be. Deep divers. Oh, baby. So remind yourself, if you really want to love yourself, get vulnerable. If you really want to love yourself, don't just love the best of you. Also, love the worst of you and realize that's still a part of you, and that's okay. Love your shadows, deep divers. Love the contrast in you, the good, the bad, and the darn right ugly. Don't ruin this real life for this fake life. Be you, and that's how to love yourself. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Beautiful deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking and getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts. Oh, you like the sunflowers? At ralphsmart.com/clothes. And if you want to model the Infinite Waters clothing, Instagram me at official Ralph Smart. And if you are a sexy ass model, who loves themselves, let me know. Got a question for me, deep divers. If you have a question for Ralph Smart, add me on Instagram right now at official Ralph Smart. And Facebook at Ralph Smart. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more empowering kick-ass information like this video. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and ralphsmart.com/the book. Deep divers, may you love yourself today, and that includes the good, the bad, and the ugly. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Now, as a photographer, deep divers, and cinematographer, when you are composing an image, you need highlights, midtones, but also shadows. In fact, It is the shadows that actually give life to the image. So don't run away from your shadows. Realize when you embrace your shadows, you will come to see a clearer picture of who you really are. And that's what self-love is. Have a beautiful day. Peace.